Hi guys, hi Ursu, this is Kyltii. No, uh, the title's not clickbait. I am genuinely resigning from being the leader of Ursu. Ursu isn't Ursu isn't going away or being canceled or anything. I really don't want to be the leader anymore for reasons I'll get into in this video. I'm, I still really hate school with all of my being, and I still believe in changing it, but I do not want to lead this. I It has been way too hard to lead this. Pretty much this video is pretty much completely unscripted. Uh Sorry in advance if I come off as really bitter or angry in this video because some of these topics are really maddening, um for me at least. Uh So, yeah, sorry if I trip over my own words as well because, it's unscripted. Uh, I just, I have a few, I have topics written down on a document to talk about, and that's what I'm going to do right now. So, the first topic is how Ursu even started. Okay, you know how we came up with the idea for Ursu? It was when Virus and I were at school one day. He was sadder than usual. He was, Virus was a bit sadder than usual. He, and so we were on our chatting document because we had a Google document that we would, exchange chatting on because, you can do that. Um, and since he was sadder than usual, he started ranting about how much he hated school. I was telling him I agreed with basically everything he said, because I did, and it's validating him and stuff. But at some point, he just went, "You know what? It's time for a change." Uh, and we kind of just came up with the idea for the movement right then and there. That was in November of 2023 or so. I know the first video on the channel didn't come out until January, but that's just because that's about how long the video took to make. Um, so that's how we started. Um, it wasn't because we had some big plan in place or anything. It was just because we really hated school and we wanted to see something be done to it when it didn't seem like anybody else was trying to do that, which was kind of a shame to us. So we figured, why not start it ourselves? And so the next topic on my list is uh the lack of video ideas after we made the first two videos. Um those the first two videos, like the original video about why school sucks and why we need to change it, and then comparing school systems from different countries. After After the first video, even, I was like, oh wait, I never really thought about what we would do after we got this video out, like what videos we would make, because this video basically covers all of our thoughts. So what do we do? And Virus came up with the idea for the video of different countries, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a cool idea, let's do it. But after that, we basically had no ideas left except the motivation video, but that was kind of like scraping from the bottom of the barrel. Uh, and the motivation video didn't even turn out as well as the other two, in my opinion. I still don't know why. It probably wasn't the video idea, but that's besides the point. After those two videos, we really just had no idea what we were gonna do. Uh, we were just figuring oh, we'll just see if more ideas came. If we'll just see if more ideas come to mind, which they didn't. So that's another reason why I'm not doing this, because I hate having so many people count on me for doing this stuff when I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then the next topic on the list is immense criticism and hate. This one, after the video of comparing school systems from different countries blew up, we have gotten so much criticism and hate. It has been unbearable. Like I'm not some sheet of metal that you can weld and that you can bend into shape and stuff. No, I'm like a sheet of glass. I shatter if I have too much force applied. I don't know if that's a weird analogy or not, but I think you get what I'm trying to say. I was never prepared to get this much hate for it. It's like people they know that we were 13 and 14, but some people just straight up said that they didn't care. They expected more from us anyway, especially because we're trying to make this global movement and blah blah blah. And that just really hurt to hear, because we're trying our best, but it doesn't satisfy them anyway. And there was a specific hater. I'm not sure if I should say their name because I really don't want to give them attention. If that person is listening, you know who you are. But there was a specific hater who went out of his way to make a whole video about us. And it was like, sure, some of his criticisms were valid, but like I feel like some of the things he just didn't get right. He was criticizing our first video for not being super perfect with the facts and stuff, for not being super amazingly factually correct. That video, our channel was meant more to gather people, to inspire people, but our first video was basically meant to be an intro saying like, "Hi world, here's this new movement against the school system, and here's why we think you should join it." It was meant to be an intro. It wasn't meant to be 100% facts, because that's really difficult to achieve. That I don't even know a single person who could achieve that with being 100% factually correct. This is why I focus more on making entertainment content a lot more on YouTube instead of fact-based content like gaming or storytime animation. I have a few channels for that stuff. That's what I want to do more, because I find that a lot more fun, being able to entertain people with that, rather than trying to make a fact and research based video and have people go like, "Oh, actually you got this wrong, so the whole video sucks now." Like, that's obviously an exaggeration, but it feels like that's kind of what people are saying. And it's like, this is not how a 14-year-old should live. This is not how a 14-year-old should live, with the world on his shoulders, with a bunch of people counting on him. That's not how I should live. I just want to live. And like I've been wanting to do other things, like since the video of different countries' school systems got popular, since that video got popular, I've I prioritized it. I prioritized the Ursu channel a little bit more um than my other channels, but after a while I started just wanting to make content for my other channels again, especially because in May 2024, I on my Geometry Dash channel, I posted a video that got like 30,000 views at the time. Now it's like 60,000. But in I a guy in the Geometry Dash community with like 175,000 subs, he saw the video, he reached out to me on Discord, and he was like, "Hey, you're really underrated. Here's a link to a server I'm in for GD YouTubers." Uh, and that's I was really honored because I looked up to him. If there are any Geometry Dash players listening, the guy was Matt Mart. He saw my video and he invited me to that server. Yeah, that and since I got invited to that server, uh since I got invited to that server, I was starting to think maybe I should prioritize my Geometry Dash channel more because now I was kind of I was gaining popularity uh and so that's kind of what I did for a while, and Ursu just kind of faded into the back of my mind and I kind of just forgot about it, and I even stopped making the monthly updates. I think the last one we made was back in June. Uh, and I thought that this was just something to do with it being summer break around that time of year, and like the monster wasn't hurting me, so why should I fight it? Um, and that was pretty much I thought that was the reason I wasn't motivated to work on Ursu. But even when I got back into school, I still wasn't motivated. So now I know I just don't want to do it at all. Uh, and like I know people are going to be like, "No, please don't leave. I really like you," or not. That sounds kind of weird, but you know what I mean. Uh, where like people liked having me on the channel, but like here's the little good news in all of this. Ursu, it's not ending, and I'm not fully disassociating myself from it. I'm just going to be like a sort of high uh authority. I'm gonna be a moderator in the Discord server. Uh that's the main thing, I think. And I'm still going to edit videos because I think because like not to boast or anything, but I think the editing that I've done for the videos is better than a lot of other people who are currently in the server and in our community could probably do. Um so I'm still going to edit videos and I'm still going to have a pretty high authority. Um and but like here's where things get interesting. So I said openly that I was quitting in the Discord. Um I openly said that I was quitting in the Discord, and a guy in the Discord called Mr. Obsidian, I'll just call him Obsidian. He was like, "Huh, maybe I could start my own thing like this." Uh but the problem was that I was going to hand it over to Virus, but Obsidian had already kind of started his thing. Um so as of posting this, nothing's going to happen until Virus and Obsidian work out the details, like who's going to join what, or if they're just going to be two separate things. Um so I'll update you guys when that stuff happens, probably in the community posts. And after that, I'm going to be fully resigned as leader. I'm not going to be the leader anymore. And so in other news, I guess, we're still working on the analysis video, which was a collab with Drone in the Discord server. He made a Google form back in March. Back in March of last year. It's been that long, and we've been. Well, I actually haven't been working on the video at all, but he made his part of it, and he like voiced his part of it over, and he edited his voice over so that I could edit it over it, so that I could edit over his voiceover. And we're still gonna upload that video, but it's not gonna be high quality at all. It'll probably be like this video where there's a black screen, except I'll probably put in a few screenshots here and there where it would just make sense to. So I'm just saying that here so that you guys have context for when that happens. Because it would be kind of weird to just upload that video and you guys are like, what the heck is this? And so that's basically it for this. So yeah, soon I'm not gonna be the leader anymore, and yeah, that's basically it. So thank you guys for watching to the end. I'm so grateful for what I've gotten out of this movement, but it's basically just been 16,000 views on the video of school systems from different countries, and like around 200 members in the Discord, but most of them aren't active. So I'm grateful for that stuff that I've gotten out of it, but you've heard me say it enough times, but I just don't want to be the leader anymore. So I don't really know how to end this. I guess just good luck to Virus and or Obsidian, and yeah, bye bye guys.